Well, rise and grind, DMV, happy Saturday. We are waking up to chilly conditions, but overall, a mixture of sun and clouds will be the trend. Keep it here. We'll have a full check of that forecast coming up.
This morning on DC News Now, the latest from Baltimore. Details on the recovery timeline for the city's port and an update on the search for missing workers. And the hunt for suspects continues in two separate shootings that killed two middle schoolers this week in D.C. An update on the police investigations is ahead. Plus, preparing for the solar eclipse, the traveler is heading out of town to get the best view and the thousands of flights that'll be in the sky for the unique event.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. You're watching DC News Now. I'm Haley Mylon. We'll get to those top stories in just a few moments. But first, we've got to take a look outside. The Kennedy Center is looking beautiful this morning, Brittany, but that camera's shaking just a little bit. Is that a sign of what our Saturday is going to look like?
Absolutely, Haley. We are going to be dealing with breezy conditions through much of the day today, but at least it's going to be a dry weekend. Your time now, 8 o'clock, and overall, temperature-wise, still fairly chilly across portions of the area. We're sitting at 44 degrees in the nation's capital, 45 as you head over there to Lexington Park, Luray. It looks like you guys are coming in the upper 30s, 41 currently there in Hagerstown. So stepping out the door, have that jacket on hand. Now, overall, a mixture of sun and clouds will be the trend. This is a look at satellite and radar showing you we are seeing more clouds as you head further off to the west. But zooming satellite and radar out to give you the overall picture, we'll be holding on to some more clouds as we head through much of your day today with breezy conditions, but at least will be dry. Now, we are going to be keeping our eye out on a storm system that is currently developing off to our west. That's going to roll through in that 8-day forecast, providing us with some showers. Now, will that affect the solar eclipse forecast? I'll have those details coming up.
Thanks, Brittany. Your top story this morning, dive teams have recovered the body of a third worker killed in the Key Bridge collapse in Baltimore. Maynor Salzo Sandoval's body was pulled from the water yesterday. The 38-year-old was a husband and father of two who moved from his home country of Honduras to Maryland nearly 2 decades ago. His brother described him as a hard worker and a visionary. Salzo Sandoval was one of the 6 men filling potholes on the bridge when it collapsed 2 weeks ago. 3 of those men are still missing. And this comes as President Joe Biden was in Baltimore yesterday for the first time visiting the site since the collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Yesterday, he promised that the federal government will pay for 100% of the cleanup and reconstruction of the bridge. That price tag, though, is still unclear. Right now, federal and local authorities are clearing the wreckage, blocking the city's port. So far, an opening for a temporary channel for smaller ships has opened. Larger vessels still can't get through, and thousands of port workers are losing paychecks daily.
Simply put, the impact here has a significant impact everywhere. I'm here to say your nation has your back, and I mean it.
The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers predicts the port will be partially reopened by the end of April and is aiming to return to full operation by the end of May. In Western Maryland, some farmers tell us they're concerned about the long-term effects from the bridge collapse. Since the collapse, some have needed to import their materials from different ports, which comes with an extra expense. One farmer tells DC News Now the price of a load of nitrogen from Virginia alone was $35 more per ton. But the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce says the impact shouldn't last long.
What we might see is a little bit less shelf stock, but that would only be for a matter of days, maybe a week or two, as opposed to months, or wondering if we'll ever see those products again.
Meanwhile, the Frederick County government is providing funding for anyone who needs it, especially for those in the agricultural industry. A search is on for suspects in the shooting deaths of 2 14-year-old boys in D.C. The separate shootings happening a day apart. Avion Evans was shot and killed on the Brooklyn Metro platform yesterday. Evans was a student at Ida B. Wells Middle School. And on Wednesday morning, Irvin Laborde, another 14-year-old who went to nearby Brookland Middle School, was gunned down along Fort DuPont Drive in Southeast. Police are looking for leads in both cases. Rewards are being offered for information leading to arrests. Well, in Virginia, pro-choice advocates are urging Governor Glenn Youngkin to sign bills establishing men's and women's rights to contraception in the Commonwealth. A group of lawmakers and advocates delivered 37,000 signatures calling for Youngkin to sign the bill. The right to contraceptives under that bill would include condoms, birth control pills, IUDs, and Plan B. Right now, Virginians do have a right to contraception, but advocates are concerned it won't last for long.
We would be protecting the right to contraception in Virginia and doing so in the same way that we've already protected abortion access.
No one seeking condoms, the pill, or IUDs should have the government interfering with this very private decision.
The governor has until Monday, April 8th, to act on these bills. We're just days away from the Great American Eclipse, a total solar eclipse visible from multiple states, from Texas to Maine. People are now flocking to cities in the zone of totality. And believe it or not, people have been planning their trips for years. At DCA, there are several options to get you there where you can see the entire solar eclipse. Cities like Buffalo, Columbus, Dallas, and more. Our Marielle Carbone says for some flyers, this is just something they had to go see.
All across the country, people are packing up and taking off.
Done with work for the week. I'm relaxed. I'm ready to spend the weekend with my friend and then Monday see the eclipse.
Steve Epley is heading to St. Louis, a trip years in the making to see Monday's solar eclipse.
I hear that all kinds of interesting things happen, like the shadows and everything like that. I'm just interested in experiencing it.
He's not alone. According to the FAA, more than 47,000 flights will be in the sky on April 8th.
Between Reagan National and Dulles International, we have about 15 nonstop flights that either go directly to the total eclipse zone or very close to it.
Rob Yingling with the Washington Metropolitan Airport Authority is taking one himself, heading to Cleveland and back on Monday.
Cleveland has its airport located right in the path of totality. So in the event I experience any issues with ground transportation, my fallback plan is to literally watch the eclipse from the airport property.
I've already been trying to scout for places close to where we're heading.
Altasharo is flying to Nashville, then driving to Kentucky.
Basically, you just take time out of your life for this because it is not an ordinary kind of event.
And this will be her second solar eclipse. Her first one sticking with her.
It seemed like for hours we were kind of walking around, unable to stop talking about it, even though it only lasted a few minutes. The experience was remarkable.
That's our Marielle Carbone reporting some exciting trips ahead. If you are traveling, the advice from officials is plan ahead, and if you're driving, be prepared for traffic. Now, if you're flying, don't miss your flight and know there could be shortages on things like rental cars or lodging. Also, there is an eclipse party planned for this Monday in D.C., hosted by NASA and the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum. The Solar Eclipse Festival will be held on the National Mall and runs from noon until 4 p.m. You will be able to view our partial eclipse around 3:20 when 87% of the sun will be covered. You're encouraged to bring your own glasses, though, but a limited number will be handed out. And DC News Now will air a 1-hour special when the partial solar eclipse hits the DMV. It begins at 2:30 p.m. with Chris Flanagan and Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb live on the National Mall. They'll also have team coverage across the DMV. You don't want to miss it, and I know one person who is not going to miss it is Brittany Ward, our eclipse enthusiast.
Yeah, unfortunately, Washington, D.C. is not in the totality, oh my gosh, that word always mixes me up, path of the eclipse, but again, we'll still be seeing a partial eclipse. So exactly what is an eclipse? Well, you need three things. You need the moon, you need the sun, and you also need, of course, the earth. So what actually happens? Well, the moon actually starts to get in between the earth and the sun. And when that happens, the moon begins to cast a shadow on the Earth's surface, giving us a spectacular view. Now, again, even though we are not in the total path of the eclipse, we'll still be able to see part of it as we head through your Monday afternoon. And the good news is it looks like the weather will be staying dry here in the nation's capital, but we could see a few clouds begin to roll its way into the DMV, and then we have more rain to talk about as we head into that 8-day forecast. So enjoy this weekend because soggy conditions will be returning. We'll break it down for you guys coming up. Haley?